is Paulovic Hansanagrom, and today I will be talking about my professional development plan for the class EDCI. EDCI 568, and answer some questions.
Can you please discuss what you have learned during your explorations of social media, blogs, ed camps, and/or webinars during the week?
For social media, the main two apps that I have learned are Twitter and Pinterest. Now, these two apps are not anything new to me. It's just that I've never really used them as much. So now I really got a chance to. What amazed me is that the network that I'm getting through Twitter world. I didn't know that there's so many educational resources out there that link Twitter together, and same thing with Pinterest. It amazed me that I can go and find all kinds of as teaching strategies and technological strategy that I can use, and I can pin those pictures and share it with other students as well. Now, in terms of blocking, I am very amazed by the ability that blockings can do. Now, I've never done, I read blocks, but I've never done blocking before. However, I'm planning to into my professional development plan, because I believe it is such a great way to collaborate students together and get their reflection. Make sure that they understand what they're learning, and also it's a way for them to give feedback, and that way I can see where they're at in terms of whatever I'm trying to teach them. Now, last thing is the webinars. I think this is probably one of the coolest thing that I just found out this week. I never knew that there's a ed camps that can actually, you can go on there and you can attend any conference through that web. And I think it's such a great way to network with all the teachers out there with all kinds of topics. And that's something that I'm planning to do as well.
Can you describe in details how you intend to utilize such resources on a regular basis for professional development?
For professional development, I've been thinking about it since my EDCI 567, that my step number one is I'm planning to communicate with my administrator just to let him know that I would like to try out to integrate the flipped classroom model into my math class. The one I'm going to start with is with 3 or 4 students. Now, just give a little bit of ideas of how my continuations high school work is that students are not already been assigned with a laptop. Now they come to school and all they do is very much just finish their assignment and get their school credit. So there's not much interaction or direct instruction going on. I'm more of just a facilitator and just making sure that students are doing their work and answer any question that they have. Now, with the flip model, I can see that it's going to work because first, students already have access to the internet at school. They can view the video that I'm going to teach them, and pretty much these is going to be based off of their assignment, all the instructional video out there. So it's going to be based off of these assignments. So whichever assignment they get stuck on, they can definitely look into these links and view the video, and they can help themselves. Now, the part where next step is, so what I would like them to do is start with that and then have them view the videos, and then go on to Padlet and kind of block with them, ask them for feedback, see if there's any question that they need in order to assess them, and then incorporate more in terms of making sure that they get all the thinking order skills that based off of this is also from EDCI 567, the Bloom's digital taxonomy. So I kind of want to incorporate that in all the steps. Now, after that, I definitely would like to attend EdCamps webinars. Now, I'm planning to start at least once a month I want to attend one of those conferences. So that's pretty much all my steps. Now, I've already completed step 1, so I already contacted my administrator, and he already approved me of doing the flip models. So we're gonna see what's going on after that, and I will get back to you on that.
How will you utilize these tools to expand your learning beyond your geographic area?
Now, so after I contact my administrator, he kind of gave me a great idea in terms of exploring it beyond my geographic area. Now, my geographic area right now is just nothing but continuation high school mathematics class, right? Math class. So to explore beyond that, he kind of gave me a good idea of why don't you just post these instructional videos, see how it works with this trial, and if it works well, he can see these being work. He can also see these work. It's gonna work well with my independent study student, because these kids they come to school only once or twice a week just to get their assignment, and they have to do all their work at home. So I think the instructional videos with the flip classroom model will really benefit them, because then now they can get access to all these instructional videos at home, and these instructional videos going to be based off on all the assignment that they have to do. So that's beyond the geographic area that I cover, and hopefully if it works really well, maybe I can share all these instructional video with the other continuation high school that is also following the same module and the assignment. So we're pretty much doing the same thing. So therefore, this is something that I'm looking forward to.
What tools or methods will you use most often, how and why?
Now, definitely the flipped classroom model, I'm going to do more research on it, and I would, do a lot of instructional videos. So the YouTube would definitely be one of them that I would most likely go through it more. Padlet, because I would like to communicate with my student. If they have any question or anything like that, I want them to post those questions on those blogs through the Padlet app. The EdCamp, so I can attend anything that any conference online that I have found interesting. Now, I also look at one of the apps that called Create a Graph. I think that's something that I want to learn more about it. I don't know much yet, but I would like to incorporate that app somehow into my flip classroom model.
What goals will you set for yourself?
For the goal that I'm setting for myself, I kind of separate that into 3 parts. So part 1, weekly. I'm gonna try to create instructional videos via YouTube, as many as I can until I complete the units. So that will be my weekly goal. Also communicate with my administrator, see if my progress, how's everything is going, and then learning about the new apps that can integrate it into the unit and the model that I'm working on. So that's my weekly. Now monthly, as I mentioned before, attend the webinar, training, any professional development growth that I can go to, if it's available, if it's free, and I have time for it, definitely look into that. That would be my monthly goal. And of course, keep on going on lesson planning and instructional videos. Now, quarterly, I hope that I can expand my instructional videos and link to the school website. And that's the plan that I've already talked to the administrator. And hopefully, the flip classroom model is going to be successful. And by the end of the quarter, maybe I get a chance to upload all the videos to the school website, and the other school or any student that gets struggle with the assignment, they can gain access to it, and not just particularly my students.
How will you share what you've learned with others?
Definitely talk to my colleagues and inform my administrator about more methods or anything that I have learned throughout this course and also the previous one. And try to improve the technological part of the school. Just because we have a laptop, that doesn't mean that you know the kids are gonna know how to really be motivated, and learn how to use all the apps or all the resources that are out there. So as a teacher, my goal is just to communicate, share the experience, and learn from other educators like myself. Definitely tweet and Pinterest. Look into more network out there. Look into more for help. I know Edutopia is very interesting. They have a lot of blogs and articles that are, very resourceful. And also the teacher too. Definitely look into different type of teaching strategies. I will do my instructional videos on my own because I know that it will, definitely match with all the assignment that the student have to do. But definitely I can look into, examples of teaching video through TeacherTube, and definitely share with everyone else, my colleague, my administrator. And that's it.